Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have the LEGO Star Wars Imperial Death Trooper buildable figure. And just move him out of the side for a second. Here, that side looks better. And you can see set number 75121, 106 pieces, and the box size is kind of unique to these buildable figures because it is the tall way. And if we put them right next to it, you can see, if you've seen these boxes in stores, the figures are pretty much the same height as the box. They're actually just a little bit shorter, but you can't see it too well from the angle I was just at. But these do retail for $24.99, but I got it on clearance for $5. I just moved the sticker to the bottom so you'd be able to see the top. And then on the back you can see it does have, a blaster, and you can swap that for this little pistol, which, we'll see all this on the actual figure. So since this is, the tall way, oriented that way, we're gonna kind of take a look just bottom to top real quick at the details, and then we will look, overall at the entire thing. The feet are this buildable figure foot piece that is relatively normal for these. The legs, I believe, are a rather standard build, just, obviously the right black color, and it does have articulation down here at the foot and at the knee, and also, again, up here at the hips. But other than that, the legs are, relatively simple. This side is a little bit different because it does have a spot to hold his pistol, which, doesn't look that great in the hands of a figure. So, if we take that like that, it looks kind of bad. But, it is what it is. It does look nice when it is attached to his little hip there. The actual torso piece of the buildable figure is nicely printed. You can see we pull that out of the way. There's all the printing that's on there, and we gotta go up just a tad higher because you can see there's that little grill piece there. Lots of good print all over that, but it's all over the torso piece. The back is basically plain. It does have like one of these smaller chest pieces, just turned around just so that it looks covered up from back here. But other than that, again, most of this is just standard buildable figure construction, because most of them are relatively similar besides colors. This arm here does have this little claw thing, and the arms are posable up at the top, at the elbow, and at the wrist, all of that. And he's kind of like falling over while I mess with his arms, but there is a bit of print on this shoulder joint, and he does have this cloth pauldron thing, which has some print on there as well. And it goes all the way around and looks pretty good. But, it does attach to one of these little ammo pouch pieces, which these are all printed tiles, and they're offset a little just because of the way that, it's attached. But, overall, it looks pretty good. And the best part of most of these buildable figures is the special helmet molding. And you can see here that this is no exception. This does look really good, accurate to a Death Trooper, and has some good print and texture on there as well. It just works really well for what it is. Even has this little, visor part, and it rotates all the way around if you want it to, and up and down because it is on a ball joint. But I think that this looks really good and is definitely the highlight of this one set for me. And the last thing to take a look at is his blaster. And you can see it is It has a spring-loaded missile attached to it. There is an extra bolt included, which is clipped on there. I just didn't load the one in, just so that I could show you how it's done. You load it upside down, and you just push it in. It's inside one of these spring-loaded shooter blaster barrel pieces that are used for these, the buildable figures. It is in this, like, weird textured gunmetal gray-ish kind of thing, except not really. It looks gunmetal gray just because of the lighting, but it's really just that texture, I believe. It's a little hard to tell, but I think that's how it's done. But the whole thing does look a little weird with these uses of red accents as Technic pins. Would have been nice to get the black ones, but I think it works. And there is a little trigger here, which is cool, as well as a little sight on the bottom. And you just shoot that by going like this. And the trigger does always come back to the normal position, because gravity. But, yeah, you can either have him hold it like that, which is a little weird because it is a large weapon. Or you can turn his arm and have it look like he's using two hands, even though he really isn't. He's only holding it with one. Or you could go like this and have him, hold the pistol as well, which also works. Not as well, but, works. And it's a little bit difficult to get posed just, on the fly in this video, because you gotta do a little bit of messing around with it, but you can get some good poses out of it. And if you are playing with this, you can definitely get some good stuff going, just because it is posable and it works well. I think that overall this is a good looking figure as well as a good working figure, displayable, and just works. I think that that's probably the best pose you can get out of it, if you're just, keeping it on a shelf, something like that. But overall, I think that this is a solid buildable figure set, and impressed me. I'm not a big fan of the buildable figure system, overall, but I think that these Star Wars ones, the couple that I got on clearance, look really good, and you can get some good poses like that. The pose in the front of the box looks good, and that pose looks alright. But, yeah, it's just kind of a cool little, different thing. And I definitely enjoyed the experience of, getting one of these. I will have another review up soon for that K2SO figure. I have that one. I saw Jin Urso for $13, but passed up on that because it's not very interesting to me. I also saw Baze Malbus, but he's not an interesting one. But if I do see in the future a couple other of the trooper ones or robot ones on clearance, I might pick those ones up as well because they might impress me like these ones did. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye everyone, and be sure to let me know what you guys thought of this set and Star Wars buildable figures in general in the comment section below. So I'll see you guys all next time.